Hi guys, my name is Haley Dobbins and welcome to my second set of book critiques. This week I'm going to be reviewing 8 different books. The first one is Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. During this book, the pigeon asks the readers multiple times to let him drive the bus. The readers are under orders from the bus driver to tell the pigeon no. And here's that first page where the orders come from. Hi, I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while, so can you watch things for me until I get back? Thanks. And oh, remember, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. So the story is very interactive and allows the readers to engage, and they're frequently responding to the pigeon when he's asking them questions like, well, can I ride the bus if I do this? And then they're like, no, and it's very fun for young students. This next one I think will also be so fun for young students. It's called Stuck. And I could just see the kids getting such a kick out of this and laughing so hard. So it all begins when this little boy named Floyd's flying his kite and he gets it stuck in a tree. And then he starts throwing things at it to try to get the kite out, and everything keeps getting stuck. And when you think like it's on the right track, it's super silly, and he goes to get a ladder, you're like, oh, he's going to climb and get the kite out. No, he throws the ladder, and the ladder gets stuck. And it's just like a continuous cycle of him throwing things and getting it stuck. So I think the kids would really think that it was funny, and it's just beautifully illustrated. The next story is Crown and Ode to the Fresh Cut, and this is a multicultural story which follows a young African-American boy as he gets his hair cut, and it explains the magical experience that he feels, and he just feels majestic and like royalty, and here's him like winning an award, and here's him like, you're a star, you're a brilliant, blazing star, and he's just hyping himself up through the whole entire story, and it's just beautiful, like the love he has for himself and like how confident he feels in his body. And the illustrations are so beautiful to go along with that. The next book is Saturday, and this is a story about a little girl and her mom who always spend Saturday together. Like that's the one day a week that they're both off school and work and they get spend together, and they think it's going to be this perfect Saturday like it always is, and everything just seems to be going wrong. Everywhere they go, like the hair place, the library, the park, like the park's always calm. They always have this calm lunch there, and then even just through these illustrations, they're so beautiful with the stripes and all the colors. Like you can just see how chaotic and packed and loud this park is, and how it's not this like peaceful lunch that they normally have. The next story is No David, and it's about a little boy named David who is always getting into something, making a mess, doing things he's not supposed to, and his mom's constantly like, no, David, no. But in the end, like she says, yes, David, I love you, and gives him a hug. And it just shows that like those no's are coming from like a loving place, and that she's only saying those things because she wants to keep him safe. The next story is a poem, and it's Paul Revere's Ride. So it has a lot of rhyming throughout it. It is also very beautifully written, and it goes through the story of Paul Revere's Ride, and how he goes around on his horse warning America that the British is coming, and then in the end the British end up retreating back to Boston, and Americans win the first battle of the Revolutionary War. These illustrations are also so beautiful. Just look at the reflection from the moonlight of him in the water and the moon, and it's like glistening, and it's so beautiful. The next story is The Paper Bag Princess, and this is about a princess and a prince who fall in love and are about to get married, but the prince in the end doesn't like her when she gets messy, and basically tells her to like change and get pretty again, and she ends up saying like, no, like we're done, and it just shows that you need to stand up for yourself in the way that you are and see beauty in yourself no matter what. The featured text is The Gentle Willow, and this goes through the grieving process of death and uses nature as an example. So here's the willow tree in the very beginning of the story, and here's the very end of the story where the willow tree you could see is gone. So I chose to do a third grade lesson and use a Padlet discussion without the students' names, so they don't have to feel insecure about anything they say, and they will reflect on the theme of death and how it relates to their life, and they will determine a theme, which is death, and explain how it is conveyed through key details in the text. The next activity, which I chose to do my artifact on, will be a storyboard to create a life cycle of any animal, plant, or insects that they want, and the standard is plants and animals have life cycles that are part of their adaptations for survival in their natural environments. So here's an example, or here's the storyboard here's a link to the website that the students will be using. And these are images of the life cycle that is shown in the book of the butterfly and the caterpillar, or the caterpillar to the butterfly, I should say. So I chose to keep the theme of butterflies for my life cycle example. I'm going to have the students just take a snippet of the life cycle to put it into a PowerPoint presentation that they can share with their peers. So here we see first the mother butterfly lays her eggs. Here's the eggs up here. Then the caterpillar hatches out of the eggs. The caterpillar goes into a cocoon where he is formed into a butterfly and starts to hatch. And lastly, a beautiful butterfly comes out of this cocoon and it goes from an egg to a butterfly. So the students, again, can use any animal, plant, or insect that they want to for this project. So here's just an overview of the books that I just reviewed. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.